Hello, everyone. I am present today to deliver information in regard to Walt Disney, Dennis Hightower, the DCP EME Vice President, which stands for Disney Consumer Products Europe and Middle East, and their accomplishments. Disney has flourished over its initial founding in 1923 by the Walt brothers, Walt and Roy, thanks to an initial investment of $500. By the time Hightower stepped in 1987, Walt Disney was valued at roughly $3 billion. Disney's initial licensing was in 1929 with the merchandising of a Mickey Mouse pencil tablet, thus establishing the Disney Consumer Products (DCP) division to manage licensing of Walt Disney and its various literary properties, such as characters, songs, and music. Soon after this initial endeavor, DCP became involved with international licensing. By 1987, Disney DCP owned and operated 8 European subsidiaries, which provided to 20 different markets and employed over 102 people. Each of these subsidiaries reported separately to Barton Boyd, also known as Bo, which was worldwide head of Disney Consumer Products, which was located in Burbank, California, Disney's headquarters. Please see Exhibit 2, which is Disney's organizational chart. This basically shows the chain of command within the company in 1987. all of the foreign country managers had spent great time in their position and knew the Disney family personally, as the Disney children were frequently sent to Europe on vacation and stayed with the country managers. Subsequently, Roy Disney Jr., Disney's vice chairman, had learned the business from the French and German managers decades before. Please see Exhibit 3 below, which is Disney's consumer products country managers in 1987. This is showing us the countries where the managers were, the age of the managers, and the number of years that they had been with the company in 1987. Disney's European market was never as prominent as it was in the U.S. However, Disney's management saw an opportunity to grow the business in Europe by opening the Euro Disney theme park in Paris, or near Paris. In order to take full advantage of the opportunity, Disney decided that a European headquarters for DCP would be created, and after careful consideration due to his previous endeavors and extensive cultural and managerial background, Dennis Hightower was appointed DCP EME Vice President. Again, DCP EME stands for Disney Consumer Products for Europe and the Middle East. Hightower went on to eliminate over 125 local licensees in Europe by negotiating broad transnational deals with Mattel, Nestle, Kodak, Sega, Coca-Cola, Nintendo, IBM, Johnson & Johnson, and Seiko. Hightower believed that once he had persuaded his team into thinking and understanding as he did, he would sit back and observe, wait to step in only if he saw something that needed attention. In 1991, Hightower was promoted to president of DCP EME, Disney's Consumer Products Europe and Middle East. Hightower made a move to reorganize the regional office to build on the momentum that was established over the past 4 years. The creative division at the regional office had been operating uneconomically. Hightower chose to split the divisions and fill the positions through internal promotions and new hires from Disney USA. Please see Exhibit 3, which is the DCP EME organization chart of 1994, which was basically the reorganization of the chain of command within the company. Hightower had been quite successful in his endeavors. A country manager remarked, "Before Dennis, people in this studio would refer to the United States and the rest of the world. Dennis has made them realize the richness, complexity, and potential of Europe. Dennis has always seemed to look forward and plan for success. He had overseen the growth of Disney's retail value from $650 million in 1987 to $3.5 billion in 1993. The upcoming events could have never been anticipated. Newspapers and magazines would soon be filled with questions in regard to Disney's internal management, and after such pride of having such stable management for so many years, Disney's president and CEO Frank Wells tragically died in a helicopter accident in April of 1994. Following this incident, Disney's chairman and CEO Michael Eisner underwent heart surgery, and following this event, chairman of Walt Disney Studios Jerry Katzberg advised the public that he was leaving the company. Hightower realized at this point that his greatest challenge was yet to plan his succession. While Disney was growing strong, Disney and its branches needed to tread carefully in their following steps, not to dilute their image and to stay strong to their roots. Hightower had seen problems in Disney's apparel, such as the distribution being shoddy and the quality being spotty. Hightower requested that the regional office rectify the situation by developing an apparel strategy, which would lead him to another unexpected challenge that would not be resolved as easily as his previous accomplishments. The following events are best described by a regional office executive. The apparel team came up with a list of 4 manufacturers who could be developed into pan-European licensees. Weeding out the marginal licensees dramatically raised our design and product quality. Europe-wide sales of apparel have gone up 24% since the introduction of the pan-European policy. But the 4 manufacturers have preferred mutual exclusivity to vigorous competition. Instead of jumping into the newly open market, they have decided to retreat to their home bases. Now we have several unexploited territories. While bettering the product, Hightower was unable to see the possibility of something of this scale happening. As a result, countries such as Germany and Italy went without the product, and without the product being available and without being served. Unfortunately, this was seen in more areas than just the apparel. Hightower asked himself at this point, do we need to move from where we stand on this issue today? And if so, where should we be heading, and by what route? Hightower, at the peak of his career, once said, if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. Maybe this was the answer to his newly found question.